From the Weather NorCal Command Center, this is your morning update.
American Door Company has been family-owned and operated for over 29 years, supplying Northern California with quality garage doors, garage door openers, and installed with the best service you'd expect from a locally owned company. We serve all of Northern California from Willows all the way to the Oregon state line. Give us a call today.
Well, I'd like to remind everyone that there is a free Weather NorCal app, and from that app, you can actually share your photos. So first and foremost, go to your App Store, go to your Android, Google Play Store if you don't have the app already, and search for Weather NorCal. And then, of course, download the app for free, and you can share your pictures from the app. Now, here's some of the pictures that were sent to us yesterday. This is from Helen Brunson out in Klamath Glen. Look at that beautiful full rainbow right there. Thank you, Helen, for sending in that photo. This is from Krista out in Redding. This is yesterday morning. You can see, of course, we saw a lot of the frost on the grasses and a lot of the surfaces in general. And this was also a bit of that freezing fog as well. We saw the very low clouds, the fog in the area. Temperatures were below freezing. So clouds are essentially water droplets, right? So once those water droplets touch any kind of surface, they freeze on contact. And that's essentially what you saw here. So that's why it wasn't just the typical frost that you see, but you can kind of see some of the droplets that, of course, eventually froze. So kind of a beautiful picture there. And this is one that I took to kind of illustrate what it looked like in parts of Redding Thursday morning. So again, there's another water droplet coming from the leaves there that froze, right? And of course, we saw the frost. You saw the frost that was on the cars as well, and that fog. And it got very dense at times, very dangerous fog, as a matter of fact. But the good news is, most of us got to see clearing by at least around the noon hour, and then through the afternoon, there were just a few lingering clouds. But take a look at the weather headlines. We have patchy morning fog again here for this morning. Probably not as bad as it was yesterday. And then we'll be looking at partly to mostly cloudy skies today with more isolated mountain flurries. We're seeing some of those this morning, especially to the north. But overall, it's going to be few and far between, and it's not going to be much for most areas, with snow levels on average still around 3,000 to 3,500 feet. Now, it should be mainly dry this weekend, and as far as chances for rain are concerned next week, they could start as early as Tuesday, but the long-range forecast models are still disagreeing big time on when that rain will start. So it's beginning to look sometime toward the end of next week into that next weekend that we'll see our best chances for more rain entering the picture here, not to mention snow in the mountains. So we take a look at our forecast for today. You've got the fog this morning in the valley, and then eventually looking at partly cloudy skies through the afternoon. I think eventually you could even see plenty of sunshine for the second half of the day. Siskiyou, Modoc County, yes, there could be a chance for a few flurries here and there, off and on, really, especially for the morning. Chances do diminish, though, for the afternoon. And then for Modoc County, Eastern Mountains, as we go through the afternoon, also continue to see that chance for a few flurries here and there. By the way, it's not going to be a lot of snow. I don't expect it to really have a very big impact, if any impact, on your mountain travel. Take a look at the north coast. We are going to be looking at, of course, maybe a chance for a few showers, especially out towards Del Norte County. So the north areas of the inland areas could see maybe a chance for some showers as well, especially this morning. We're talking places like Gas Key, maybe north out towards Hoopa, for example. But as you head south of that, places like Garberville, most likely looking at dry conditions today. And some of that morning fog as well. And then Trinity County, also looking at maybe some of that morning fog for some of those mountain valleys as well. So we do have this cloud cover that's kind of moving on in. Now, the reason we expect more clouds today is because we've got this ridge of high pressure right here. So you can see the flow around that ridge of high pressure, and the jet stream is kind of right on top of us. So that's allowing that flow to bring in the clouds. Now, it's not going to be totally cloudy. I think we're still going to see some peaks of sunshine for many of us, but we are going to be looking at more cloud cover, especially for the valley here. But as that ridge of high pressure continues to shift to the east, we're looking at more sunshine, especially for the first half of the weekend, and not to mention warmer temperatures. So let's take a look at Futurecast, and here we can take you through the afternoon. Again, you see those clouds kind of still filtering through. Now, I think we'll be looking at, if anybody sees the most amount of sunshine, it will be the valley, but I still expect to see some clouds out there. Snow levels, again, 2,500. I've actually got it. I was showing you 3,000, 3,500 feet. You get the idea, somewhere around 3,000 feet. But by the afternoon, most of it is in Modoc County, and not to mention in northern Lassen County. We're just not seeing much in the way of rain for Del Norte County, but again, I think most of it will be this morning if we see anything. And then we go into Saturday. That's when the high pressure really kind of builds its full strength over us. And that's when we expect to see the most sunshine, and that's when we expect to see the warmer temperatures. So we could start off with some morning frost Saturday, especially with those clear skies, and then of course sunny skies for the afternoon. Maybe some clouds here for the coast, but otherwise mostly sunny skies. Then Sunday morning, there you can see, looking at a few of those clouds kind of filtering through, should be dry. Now, some of the forecast models have been indicating that a weak disturbance will pass to our north on Sunday, giving some of us a chance for showers. For now, I'm going to keep it dry because we're starting to see that most of it's going to stay up to our north. All right, taking a look at the long range. This is where we're still seeing a lot of discrepancy, okay? So we're going to kind of take you through time here. There's Monday. I think we'll just call it partly to mostly cloudy skies, but dry conditions across the board. Everyone looking at dry conditions. Now, by next Tuesday, this particular forecast model is showing that by Tuesday into Wednesday, we've got a chance for showers. But if you look at the European forecast model, complete opposite. No rain, completely dry. So I am including a chance for showers come Tuesday, Wednesday, but again, it's one of those stay tuned type of forecasts. Then as we go into the end of next week, we're seeing more and more agreement that especially by around Friday, we may see some chances for some more rain, and that could continue as we go into that next weekend as well. And looking at the precipitation outlook, looks above normal here for the next 6 to 10 days. We go even beyond that, the next 10 to 14 days or so, we're looking at above normal rainfall. Continue to see that trend here in the forecast, which is good because, yes, we're getting some drier and warmer weather here, especially for the first half of the weekend and even into Sunday, but we've got a lot more rain in the forecast, and it looks like quite a wet weather pattern setting itself up here toward the end of next week. Now, I will mention that we are expected to see temperatures warming up. These are not terribly cold storm systems. So snow levels are expected to climb a little bit higher. I'm expecting, instead of the 2,000 to 3,000 feet that we've been looking at, I'm expecting more around 3,500 to 4,500 feet. So slightly higher snow levels, but still low enough that I think we're going to really be contributing to that snowpack for the Sierra, the Southern Cascades, and not to mention even the ski park, most likely seeing mostly in the form of snow as well. So there are your wave heights for today, around 7 feet. There are no advisories. That's good news. And you can see as we go into Saturday, they try to drop a little bit here, but basically staying right around 7 feet. And we have another coastal flood advisory for the coast. These high astronomical tides have been creating problems along the coast, so the typical areas that we've seen the last several days will most likely see some of that flooding here through the noon hour today. All right, let's take a look at your marine forecast for your Friday. North winds at 5 to 15 knots, waves from the north at 5 feet at 5 seconds, and from the west at 6 feet at about 14 seconds. And as I mentioned, there are no advisories. Here's your Trinity County neighborhood forecast. So we've got some of that morning fog, otherwise it's dry for Saturday, Sunday, Monday. And when we look at the 7-day forecast for everyone, starting Tuesday, everyone's going to at least start to see a chance for showers. Now, I think the coast will see better chances, but overall, we're going to be looking at through next week chances, with the better chances coming toward the end of next week. 52 for a high today in Fortuna, 53 in Ferndale. We take you up north with Gasquet, about 49. Now, we could see some morning showers up north for Gasquet, maybe as far south as Hoopa, maybe even Willow Creek, but as you head south of that, should be dry throughout the day today. Taking you to Siskiyou County, 42 degrees in Fort Jones, 46 for Happy Camp. Etna, about 40. There you can see up in Doris, 36. Still quite cool for some of us in Siskiyou County. McDowell and Tennant, about 37 degrees today. Take you off into Modoc County, also looking at some pretty cold temperatures, only mid to upper 30s for your daytime highs. Again, we could see a flurry or two, especially this morning, but even in the afternoon. Now, the north end of, say, Lassen County, for example, could see some of those snow flurries, but to the south, I think the chances will be slimmer. But overall, I'm expecting temperatures to be in the upper 30s and low 40s, but places like Paradise, for example, a little bit warmer at 47 and 47 degrees in Shingletown. And your Valley neighborhood forecast brought to you by Haas Farms, those temperatures in the mid-50s. So, yeah, I mean, it's warming up a little bit here, but you're really going to notice it as we go into tomorrow. tomorrow afternoon. Looks like a high of about 53 degrees for Whiskeytown, 53 in Lakehead. Bella Vista, about 56 degrees in Cottonwood, and 56 for a high in Red Bluff. So here's your 7-day outlook for Redding. And of course, this is for the valley in general, right? So we've got the fog this morning. I think we're going to see some patchy fog. Now, it's not going to be as bad as it was yesterday. Yesterday was not good. It was just terrible, terrible dense fog and very dangerous. And it took a while. It was pretty pesky fog in some areas. It really wasn't until the midday that we saw most of it kind of clear out. Now, I do expect sunny and warmer conditions for your Saturday, and we'll keep in the upper 50s to low 60s, most likely at least through Thursday of next week. Now, notice I put that chance for showers Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. It just depends on which forecast model you look at. So, yeah, not very good confidence right now in our long-range forecast. This is one of those stay tuned forecasts, especially if you have outdoor plans for next week.